Welcome to this 5-4-3-2-1 exercise. Did you know that when we perceive threat, our perspective narrows to address the threat? We may only see and attend to things that feel dangerous. This tool can be used to help us widen our perspective in the environment and potentially take in stimuli that we otherwise might not have seen. We do this through engaging our 5 senses. Take a moment and get comfortable. Feel your feet on the ground. Notice your sit bones. And if that's really hard right now, that's okay. All you have to do is stick with me as we gently guide ourselves through noticing different things in the space that we're in right now. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's start by noticing 5 different things in our environment. I'm going to ask you to choose a color. It might be red, blue, yellow, green, or maybe something a little bit more obscure potentially. Maroon, brown, a peach color. Choose a color, and if you're having a hard time deciding right now, why don't you go ahead and maybe choose blue or red. Beautiful. Go ahead and look around the space that you're in right now and find 5 things that are that color. To do so, really turn your head. Look at what's behind you, to the right of you, to the left of you. And when you find something that color, as silly as it might feel, name it out loud. You might say, there's the cover to my drink. It's red. It's bright red. Go ahead and find 5 things that are the color that you identified. You're doing great. Keep looking around. It's okay if it's even just in the family of the color that you identified. Turn the head, look behind you, turn the body. You're doing great. Find your remaining 5 things that are the color that you identified. Great job. Find that final one and really name what it is. And you might say it's vibrant, or it's a light, blue, red, yellow, whatever it is that you identified. Great job. Let's move on to the next one. Next, we're going to feel 4 things in our environment. You're going to touch them with your hand. You might choose your right hand, your left hand. It doesn't matter. But go ahead and touch 4 things around you and say what they are. For example, I'm touching the arm of the chair next to me. It's wood, and it's pretty cool here this morning. Cool and smooth. Go ahead and you do it. Find 4 things, touch them, and describe out loud what they are. Go ahead. If the mind floats away as we're doing this, it's no problem. Simply come back and sense, touch your remaining 4 things here in your environment. Go ahead and find your last one. Is it warm, cool, soft, rough? Is it a pleasant texture, an unpleasant texture? Great. Next, we're going to go ahead and listen to things in our space. We're going to listen for 3 things that we hear in our environment. You might be surprised if you really tune in what you can hear. And again, like our sight and our touch, go ahead and describe what you hear out loud and describe the nature of what you hear. You might say, I hear a car off in the distance. It feels like it's really far away. Go ahead and name 3 things in your environment that you're hearing right now. Finding that last one, listening in for what you hear. Beautiful. Let's move on to number 2, smell. Go ahead and, as silly as it might feel, smell 2 things around you. You might smell the sleeve of your shirt, a bag that's near you, if you have any sort of oil, perfume, lotion, whatever it is, go ahead and smell 2 things that you can find around you. And again, just like we did before, describe what they smell like. Are they sweet? Savory? Do you find it to be a pleasant or unpleasant smell? Go ahead and find 2 things to smell around you. Great. Let's move on to the final sense, the sense of taste. If you have a drink or something to eat close by, go ahead and grab onto that. If not, no problem. We can simply do this last sense by taking a swallow. So either take a very mindful sip of whatever drink you might have, a very mindful swallow of any type of food you might have, or just simply swallow and really taste whatever comes as you do so. Now, can you describe what you felt? What you tasted? Again, was it sweet, bitter, sour? Was it cool? Was it warm? It's all okay. Just naming whatever you find. Great. Let's take a big breath. Take an inhale. Take an exhale. Feel your feet on the ground, whether you're in a seated pose or standing. Feel your sit bones. Feel your spine long. You've now completed the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. May we all welcome all of us.